Hey everyone. So I'm just going to start with the topic how an astrology session can help you living a more aligned life. So this is what is the topic for this live, and just to add on, what is astrology? As you all know, it's such a wonderful miraculous life we are living, on a planet earth, and which is floating in the universe, with planets surrounding, rotating and revolving around sun. um, isn't it such a miraculous thing to just see that we are nothing but just speckles in this universe, in such a big universe. We are like stardust. We are living this life which is full of miracle. And if you think about you living on a planet earth, where everything is you are moving around, in universe, in space, isn't it just have you ever thought about how miraculous this thing is? So, to just talk about astrology, we have to understand that this life is a miracle. This life is magical. It is mysterious how everything works out in our favor, and so beautifully. So astrology is nothing, if not, it is just trying to understand, make sense of the life that we have been given. So we assume that we are not like assume, but we are all souls which has been incarnated in this world, in this, to experience this material body, this material world that is around us. And hey everyone, thank you for joining in. So astrology is has been for so long, for like, I think, as long as we can remember, like maybe probably 4,000 years ago. It's not something new. Our like, what to say, Vedas and our gurus, and even in history, if you go so long back, people would have been talking about astrology. And it was very, that time it was very limited to very few people, like very high class people used to want to check their astrology charts and how and what they are meant to be. But now astrology has become a lot, easily readily available to more and more people out here. And we are seeing a lot of boom in astrologers, because a lot of us are finding that interest back into this, planets, how are they influencing us. If you think about, every month new moon and full moon comes, and have you noticed a change in your emotions? And have you thought how moon can affect us? It is so far, yet it is something that causes mood swings and so much of emotional outbursts. So just to notice this few things in our life, in our everyday lives, it you can understand how much our material body is influenced by the planets. And when you think about that, then you will feel that we are not just bodies, we are atoms, we are stardust, we are souls, and we are here to experience new things, this material life, this material body. And it's not permanent, right? We came here for something, and once it's done, once the purpose is done, we'll move on to something else. How amazing is that? And how how daunting is that, to because we have a limited life. We are not here forever, right? So wouldn't you like to use this life, the time that you have got, to use it to the best advantage? So what astrology session does, it helps you use this to your best potential, to actually do what you're meant to do. You use your material life, this body, that soul that has incarnated in this beautiful, beautiful body. You are here, you are experiencing this world, so use it to the most. Okay, you don't let this life just end without doing what you were meant to do. So with that, I would come to this point that an astrology session, it is when you were born, there was this snapshot taken, exact time when you were born, and what was the, how were the planets sitting, where they were, and what were the interaction with each other. And when you look at that pattern, that the frozen pattern that is set for you, you will notice that you can define a lot about yourself, a lot about your personality, a lot about who you are, how you are, what is it that you're meant to do in this life. And when you know that, it is so much easier to steer on the road. Just understand that astrology is like a Google map, okay? And when you know the destination, you enter in the Google map that this is where you want to go, and when the path is defined, you know where to go, how to go, and you don't get lost on the way, right? So the astro session is kind of Google map for you. It will help you find that path easily, where you which road you want to take to reach the destination. And what is your destination? That is also something that astro session can help you with. We all are different, we all are unique personalities, we are here on this earth to do different things. We each are ignited by different things. We something else, the joy that we get is different, is unique. How we show ourselves to the world is unique. We are, all of us are unique in our own way, and we all have a purpose here. None of us are here just to just because God sent us, or whoever you believe in, right? We all have a purpose here. So with that starting note, let me get into the first point. What can an astro session do? An astro session, astrology session, is actually where I talk about your birth chart. So when you are hey everyone, thank you for joining in. If you have any questions, you can put in the question box and I'll answer it for you. Meanwhile, I'm just going to explain what is astrology session, what are we trying to do through an astro session. If you missed anything, just watch the replay and you will be able to get a lot of things that I talked earlier. So where was I? So in an astro session, I'm going to talk about your birth chart, and your birth chart will help me understand, even if I haven't met you, even if I haven't seen you, just by taking a look at your birth chart, I can tell about your core personality. I can tell about what are your likes, what are your dislikes, how you like to show yourself to the world, what is it that you find comfort in, what is it that you find joy in, how does people see you. So this is all that is about core personality. So let me share my example, okay? So for me, my sun is in Aquarius, and you can confirm me, okay, in the comments if you think so or not. Okay, so I'm just talking based on what is in my chart. I'm not going to talk about my experience. I'm talking about what I see in my chart. So if I see my sun is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is a sign of something unique thinking, out of the box ideas, community, friends. Okay, so if my sun is in Aquarius, the way I show myself in this world is through friends, community, some out of the box new ideas, technology. Astrology comes under Aquarius, and it is space, astrology, all of these planets, it all comes under Aquarius. So it is interesting that now that I'm showing myself as an astrologer, a tarot reader. So yeah, there my sun is shining, because when I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and I have to go back and tell you that last 1.5 years back, I didn't know what was my purpose. I was very clueless that what am I supposed to do. I knew I had a lot of things I have learned. I'm good at English, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. But what should I be doing? I wasn't sure about it. I was very clueless. But when I found out my purpose, when I found where is my sun, what ignites me, and this is all about community. When I'm coming live, when I'm talking to you, it's igniting my sun. That is my Aquarius being very happy, my sun in Aquarius being very happy. So that is where I understood what does my sun want for me to, where it wants me to shine. Now coming to my moon is in Taurus. And now I have to share that not every time, all the planets work for us. Sometimes we are here to learn about some planets. For me, what happens is my moon is in Taurus, but it is an unexplored territory for me. In this lifetime, I have to discover my moon. I have to learn to be stable, to find, calmness, to feel secure and safe in this world. Okay, and this is something that I have to learn in this lifetime. So when I was going through all of these disturbances of financial blocks, limiting beliefs and changes and traumas and hurts, what I see now is that what I'm doing right now is I am moving towards a calm zone. I'm learning to love my stable life, safe life, secure life, because what I brought from previous life was a lot of trauma, probably a lot of distress, stress and changing situations all the time. So always in a lookout for what is next, what is the danger, where is the danger. So I was always someone who was analyzing if I'm safe, if I'm feeling, if something is wrong in the environment. From there, I have to start moving to a place of being calm, that okay, I know I'm safe, this is my comfort zone. So that is all about my moon. My moon is something that I find comfort in. That is how I feel, that is how my emotions are. And when you know where you are, you feel comfortable, is when you will be able to mindfully sit and relax, and you don't need to look out for something else to do in order to relax yourself. Also, nature gives me a lot of joy and happiness, and I feel so relaxed when I am meditating, when I am walking, when I am looking at my plants. So that is all about Taurus moon. Now coming to my core personality of my rising sign, which is my ascendant, is how people see me. And you have to tell me if you see me that way or not, because I'm going to share that my rising is in Gemini. And as a Gemini is someone who always wants to keep learning. Okay, they love learning. They are always a learner for life. If you can just think of in that way. I keep learning one thing or other. There is never an end to it. And if I see myself now that I have already learned astrology, tarot, Reiki, and I'm still moving ahead, and I'm just, it's as if there's this onion and I'm peeling the layers, and there's more to it, and I want to learn all of it. Everything related to astrology, more and more about tarot, more and more about Reiki, more about energy healing, what is Akashic reading, what is Tantra healing. So everything that comes my way, I want to learn. So that is how people see me, probably, but I am also that is also my personality, where I want to learn whole my life. I want to keep learning. There's never an end for me. How do you see me? Let me know in comment. And also, Gemini personality is someone who is very easy to go with. It's like, they will share whatever they learn. They cannot keep it to themselves. It's not like I will just learn something and just keep it by myself. I have to share this with the world. So that is who is Gemini. And it's also gives me a little bit of con that I might keep moving into from one thing to another thing very fast. Like, okay, done, dusted. I don't want to master it. I want to move to something else. So that also happens as a Gemini. So let me know, what do you think? Yes, Sumana says, yes, I see you, learn and share with us. Yes. Thank you, Sumana. So that is my Gemini personality, rising sign. So that is how, if you see me now, this is core personality, my rising, my moon sign, and my sunshine. What happens is, you are not one sign, you are not just your sunshine, you are not just your moon sign, or you are not just your rising sign, you are altogether all of these. So the way I show myself is different than how I feel when in my comfort zone. What do I like to do when I'm alone? It is different to how people see me. Complete different personalities in 3 different ways, but it all works together. So in an astrology session, when you know that this is your core personality, this is where your comfort zone is, this is how you want to be when you are alone, this is how you like to spend time with yourself. And when you know what do you want to do, when you want to, actualize yourself, when you want to live your life with more of purpose, then you use your sun. And when you know how people see you, you use your rising sign to be, in that element of yours, and, make people understand who you are. So that is about core personality, how, through astrology, I will be able to share you what is your core personality. So now coming to the next thing is, what is the theme of our life? So, we have 12 houses in our charts. Everybody, each one of us has 12 houses. That 12 houses corresponds to 12 areas in our life. Starting from our body, our home, our money, our family, our hobbies, then comes to our health, our daily routine. Then it moves on to our partnership, our relationship, our, my husband, my relationship with the world, and then my education. What do I do with when I am, my social career, my community, friends, and then all. So it brings us to 12 areas. Now, what happens is, we all are working on each of this area in our life in one or other, ways. And in our time, like when you grow up, we are focused on our body. Then slowly we start learning. Then we start, making friends. So everything gets activated in our life. But as you grow, after around, I think 15, 18, 20, you will notice that some of the situations start getting repeated. Okay. So for me, if you see, for me, the major theme of my life is about partnership, relationships with client, business relationships, or my, relationship with my partner, and my social career and social growth and my purpose in life, plus spirituality and intuition. So there's 3 to 4 areas that's the most dominant in my, life. And when you know that this takes priority, these areas take priority in your life, you are not worried about what you are doing with your other areas, because you know then that even if you are not paying attention to those areas, they are fine, they are okay, and you are doing what you're supposed to do. So it kind of reduces the guilt, okay, that you won't have that guilt of not focusing on other areas of your life while you are focusing on the most important areas. So if you see, when I'm working on my social growth and this partnerships, my community, and my spirituality, I'm not focusing too much on my it's not about like not focusing, but my family, my hobbies, they have taken a little backseat, but they are still there. I'm still focusing on that, but that is not the major theme of my life. So I have outsourced all that I can outsource, and I have taken help for those areas in my life, so that I don't spend my energy doing something that I'm not interested in doing, that doesn't give me joy, and I am focusing my energy on something that actually gives me a lot of joy. So you get that theme of your life. Let me know, what do you think about this? Are you aware about this theme of life, or do you feel guilty? Like, if you see, most of us always feel guilty that if you're working, you feel guilty that you're not focusing on your family. If you're focusing on your family and you're a housewife, you feel guilty that you're not working. So if you know what is the major theme of your life, wouldn't that guilt be so less for you? What do you think? Tell me. So that is so I can share with you from the astro session what is the major theme of your life, and it will help you be less guilty and be more happy, be more aligned with whatever you feel called to do in your life. So coming to the next part is, what is the learning style. Now if I come to my, learning style goes to Mercury, and if I see my Mercury is in Pisces, okay, and Pisces Mercury learns from everywhere. And for me, I have been so intrigued, so like anyone I see, and I see something they are doing and which speaks to my heart, I want to learn it. I don't need to have some kind of explanation for it. And for me also, communication or any kind of learning happens based on what do I feel, what is that tiny voice in my head is telling me to do. So my learning style is mostly based on my intuition. I listen to my heart, I listen to my intuition. If I want to do it, I get it done, no matter what. So when you know what is your learning style, it helps you actually do better. It doesn't give you a lot of foggy situation. Like, I know I will not learn, rote learning is not for me. So when rote learning is, if you're trying to make me rote learn, I will not do it, I'll not be able to do it. It works very well with the kids. If you want your kid to have a rote learning or something structured, and you see that they are not into it, what do? You force them to learn still, that okay, you are supposed to learn. But when you know that this is the way of learning and this is how the child will take it well, you will allow that freedom to the child to learn in that way, and you will know that you should not be pushing that child to learn in a specific way. Some people learn through structures, through whiteboards, some do rote learning. So everybody's style is different. So when you know what is your style of learning, it will help you a lot, and your child. Absolutely, learning style is very important. So that is what is my learning style. I learn from all the sources. Everyone I see on Instagram is something, if it speaks to my heart, I'll take it. I am not someone who will only learn through a teacher or only through books. I use teacher, I use Instagram profiles, I use social media, I use life learnings, lessons from my parents, anyone and everyone. I learn from everything, everywhere. So that was about learning style. Now coming to my purpose. So my purpose, you can put your purpose as your sun plus your Jupiter. Where is Jupiter in your chart? If you know that, it will help you understand what is your purpose in life. So as I shared with you, my sun is in Aquarius and my Jupiter is also in Aquarius, and they are conjunct. So it's funny that when my sun wants to shine, like when I wasn't doing anything, my Jupiter would always belittle me, saying that, what are you doing? Are you good enough? Are you trying to be an imposter? So, the Jupiter is someone who questions you. It keeps questioning you until, are you morally right? Are you doing the right thing? Is it the right thing? Are you really good enough? Is this your purpose? So, when you know what is it that your Jupiter wants, for me it is right on my MC, which says that social career, professional growth, community is very important for me. And when I do that, my Jupiter is very happy. It gives me all kind of modes and modalities to help me go on that path. So when I started walking that path around 1.5 years back, I started teaching kids at home. My Jupiter became very happy that she is finally doing something with her life. And it started giving me, kind of, I'll say it's magic that, when you start walking on that path and you can see one step in front of you. Take that one step and the second appears and the third appears, and you keep walking and it will take you on the right path. And I don't know, within that 1 year and after that 1.5 years, I have come to this path, and it was only because I started walking on the path that was shown to me. So astrology helped me understand that, it matters to me what I do with my life. For me, connection with children, connection with women is very important. And when I started doing that, more and more things revealed itself to me. Then astrology came, then tarot came my way, and now it's like I am exploring more and more options to be of more service. My Jupiter wants me to be of service to the world, and that is all that matters. Where until I'm fulfilling that purpose, until I'm walking that path of my purpose, my Jupiter is happy and I'm happy. So that is about your purpose. So when you know what is your purpose, what do you think is your purpose? Is it to be be focused on your family? Is it to be focused on your own body, your relationships, or your communities, or spirituality? When you know that, it will help you walk that path, and it will give you so much of joy and ikigai that I keep saying. Ikigai is something that you translate your skills that people need, that you are good at, and you can also monetize it. So that is the purpose. That is our Jupiter. And coming to, I actually talked about this earlier also, talents that I brought from my previous life. So now we all came here with some prior experiences. None of us are here like I don't know what to do with my life. We all have some talents that we have brought ourselves, with us in this life. It came as a experience from the previous life that we were in. And when for the first 30 to 35 years, this talent is what will, help you live your life to the best. And when you use these talents, it becomes such a USP, something that you are very good at, because you already know about it, what to do about it. You have learned it, you have experienced it in your past life. So you are quite good at your talents, and when you know what are your talents, you can use it to the best possible way. So if I talk about my talents, mine is in Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, my south node is in Scorpio, and it gives me intuitive ability and all this interest in magical, mysterious things, psychology, astrology, tarot, reiki. All of this comes from here, and I didn't know about it until 35-36 years of my life. Can you imagine, if you don't know what you are good at, how was I even living those 36 years? I have no idea. But here's the point. You cannot move to new experiences until you have started using the experiences, the talents that you have brought from your previous life. You have to use them in order to move towards the new experiences. So once I knew that this is the talent, that is when I started using my talents. I wasn't using them before that. So clueless. And when I started using it is when I started finding my path, the new path that comes around after 30. It starts revealing itself. You will notice that through all the different difficulties that you go through, all the situations that come to you, you will notice that life is trying to push you to use what you have got and learn the new experiences in life. I have to share this. I was in a rut, in a worst possible situation I could be in the January of 2022. At 2023 probably. Yeah. And it was the worst possible time I couldn't imagine for me. No hope, nothing. I did not know what to do. Just 4 months back I had started on tuitions. It was giving me some kind of happiness, but it was not something that I really gave me a lot of satisfaction or passion to do, move on in life. So when I started, when I got into astrology, and you have to believe me, I believe in all kind of astrology, Vedic, tropical, sidereal, whatever astrology you say, whatever pandit you say, whatever, I believe in everything. It is also in my chart that I believe in all kind of astrology. I follow modern astrology, behavioral astrology, tropical astrology, whatever name you call it, Western astrology, but I believe in all astrologies, even Vedic. I started actually with Vedic astrology. Learning Vedic astrology gave me a lot of insight, and actually my Vedic astrologer told, you will be good to go with Western astrology. That is how I took up Western astrology. So when I, it has doors. There are so many doors. Just take it as you have a lot of doors in front of you and you don't know which door to open. And what if I come with you and say, this is the door that will open this for you, this the door that will open this for you. And then when you know which door you have to take, you just open the door and walk inside with confidence. You don't have to worry about, oh, what if I miss that door, what was there in that door. And then when you whatever door you enter, you will not be able to enjoy that, because you will be always feeling like you are missing on the other doors and what could have been there. So when you know that this door was meant for you and this is the best thing that you have got, you just go through that door and you do not think about the other doors that you missed out in your life. How about that for a perspective? So that is what an astrology session can help you with, to find the perfect door for you that you can confidently open and walk through. So that is what I wanted to talk about, the talents that you brought and the new experiences that you have to gain in this life. You have to, until otherwise life universe has a way of pushing you to do what you are supposed to do. You will find that push. Either one, it comes as a very slow, very a gentle nudge in the first time. Second time, it's like a little push, and the third time, that life has to push you really harshly until you listen to that voice. Listen to the universe. So that was other thing. The next is discipline and my work routine. So I was not good at discipline. I am not good at, I'm still not. But I have made peace with it, because now I know what is it that ignites me, what is it that drives me. So where do I get that energy? So when I know that, it is not something I worry about, because I know what works for me best. So even if I'm not following a proper T to the routine that I have set, I know until I'm, my to-do list is getting ticked off, checked off, I'm good to go. So that is other thing. Coming to the last point that I want to talk about is health. I was also going through for a very potential, very serious health scare, very serious disease. And it was scaring me a lot. It scared me to the extent that I had lost hope in my life, thinking that I don't know if I'm going to be there next month or second month or third month, like how long am I going to be here? And it made me so fearful about my life that I just didn't know what to do in my life. Nothing else drove me. And there was some or other health issues happening one after another. Now I had already intuitively learnt Reiki. Okay, one of my friends taught me Reiki when I was not aware that Reiki is something that is good for me and my body. In your astrological chart, we have, I have talked about it many times. We have three ways, the disease works on our body. One is something that we can, point why has it happened, either lifestyle problems, food habits, or why is it happening. Second is about like genetically is it happening, it is coming from ancestral, or why is this disease happening to you. And there's third, which is about energy. How has our energy been impacted or affected? And there is no reasoning for it. You cannot put your finger why this is happening to you. Even doctors can't give you a clue as to what is the reason for it. And that's when you know that if there is no reason, how can a medicine work, like allopathy medicine work, when you don't know what is the reason for this disease. For me, that is when it came down to those kind of diseases which had no explanation. And I have talked about it a lot, that I had a lot of fibroids suddenly in my body, and there was some other also problems coming in for me. Through astrology, what I came to know is that my body takes in much more better with alternate healing modalities like Ayurveda, homeopathy, Reiki, energy healing, you name it, Tantra healing, whatever. All the kinds of energy healing will suit me much more better than allopathy medicine. And last year I went through a lot of homeopathy medicine, and then I stopped that, and then I started giving myself Reiki healing, and I have been noticing a lot of improvement in myself. So through astrology, you can also know that what is the modality that will help you heal, what will suit your body better, based on what is it that is affecting you. Is it some kind of lifestyle problem, some kind of energy problem, some kind of trauma that has had, or is it coming from ancestral? So when you know this, you can confidently use that modality to heal yourself by yourself. So that is all that I wanted to share about the astro session and what you get in astro session. And I don't know how long we went. Okay, half an hour. I think it's good because I wanted to keep it short and I wanted to cover everything, and I don't want the session to go very long. If you have any questions, ask me. And what did you feel? How did you feel? How I'm like, okay, Manjula is there, Monica is there, Devki is there, and Sumana is there. Hey guys, thank you for still being there, and tell me, what do you think? Was it clear? How did you feel about this live? Do you have anything to ask? Anything in particular? I shared what all, and there's more to astrology session. I share more. I haven't been able to talk about everything here. It goes for 1 hour minimum. I provide a recording, and it gives you such a clear snapshot into your life, and it makes your path so much clear to just follow along. No questions, nothing to say. How did you feel? Was it clear? Did I do well? What do you think? Did I prepare well? Like, say something. Is it that I can't see the messages? Because I only see people joining in, but I can't see any of the messages. But thank you guys, thank you so much for joining in, and it was amazing because I wanted to do this for so long. I'm also going to do a live where I'm going to show a chart and say how you can see all the houses and what does all the houses mean. If you want, let me know what do you think about them. Thank you, Manjula. Thank you so much. Explained very beautiful. Clear and beautiful. Thank you, Sumana. Thank you so much. Now I can see the messages. So astrology is something that can help you just walk with a clear mind, clear conscious, not worrying about what is it that you are missing in life, because you are not missing anything, because you are doing what you are supposed to do. And it's just that, you know, you can go on that path and discover it for yourself. But when you have Google Map, you can reach to that destination faster and without getting lost on the way. How much time will you save, right? And when you reach that destination, that is but again, the journey is the most beautiful part, going through this journey. So take the right path, take an astro session if you really want to discover what is the door that you should be taking. And I love that analogy. Take the right door, open the right door, and you will walk without being guilty about missing out on the other doors. What do you think about it? So that was all that I wanted to share. It was amazing talking to you guys. It was amazing talking about astrology. I haven't done it in a long time, and it was good. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you all soon.